This came in the mail, and it took me a while to work out what it was, because I was trying to think, what was I meant to have come in? But it's a couple of miniatures, and this thing came completely wrapped in tape, and then we had the box, and I had to open the box, and there is another container within. I'm starting to suspect my mother is moonlighting for companies wrapping their parcels. This actually came from Wargamer Hot and Dangerous. And they did a Kickstarter, which I did not do, but their minis have now become available. So I picked up 2. Now a lot of their stuff is pin-up, and they look very, very nice. And I've got no problem with pin-up figures. It's just I don't always have a use for them. A lot of the time I'm trying to find multiple uses for my miniatures, which is why I'm a huge fan of Raging Heroes, because they sort of do these sort of, the battle nuns are certainly very sexy, but I can use them in Starfinder. So I was looking at the figures that they had, and I was looking for something that I could use as well as being cool. So I found 2, and this is what I got. Now, I had no idea how these were going to get shipped, what they were going to come in. They come in these actually really nice little boxes. That's kind of cool. So I picked up a samurai and a musketeer. Now, the funny thing is, and it's actually funny in a good way, because while the artwork's nice, I don't like that figure a whole bunch. But the figure you get, in this case, for the samurai, is slightly different. Not so much with Eloise. Now, I'm half suspecting that Eloise is from possibly D'Artagnan's daughter, which was an amazing French Musketeer film. And it's really cool, and that was D'Artagnan's daughter's name. So, I could be wrong, but it feels like that's what it might be from. So let's crack them open and have a look. So they come in bubble wrap and a baggie inside. So the figure is very nice, and she's in full battle armor, which I really like, over the sort of more pin-up-y box art. I really like what they did here. Now, the lizard I think is a mini Godzilla, and he's a separate piece, so you don't actually have to put him on the base if you don't want, which I'm not gonna. It also comes with a really cool, the helmet. One thing I would have said that would have been cool as an option would have been interchangeable would because some people would have wanted to have done the really cool helmet. I don't mind, but it would have been a nice option. Then you have both hands holding the katana, and there's a wakizashi which can be added onto her hip. And the last piece is, I think, some extra paneling. I think it's at the back, like extra armor around the back. There's little indents on the base where everything's meant to slot and fit. There's no real detail on the base. It's not terrible. There's a little texture, but not much. I mean, you'd have to decorate that up if you wanted. Really nice detail on the armor, the stitching and stuff like that. This will paint up really well. Can't see any real mold lines, which is really, really good. There's sometimes you get these horrible mold lines, and I don't see any of that. This is a really high quality figure. Definitely want to get more as they move forward. There's a couple more there that were sort of fantasy enough that I would get. I just don't want to get too many pin-up ones. I do have some other pin-up ones already, so I sort of want more characters that I can use. And this character I can very much use. Either a D&D game with Samurai or the L5R game that's coming later from Fantasy Flight Games. Now, Eloise. So she comes in 5 pieces: base, hat, rapier, main body, and 1 leg. And that doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's going to go together pretty well. Yeah, the detail is very nice. The base is, again, slightly textured. There's not a lot there, but it's okay. It'll do the trick. And I'm really looking forward to doing these. This was unexpected. I didn't even see these when they were doing the Kickstarter. I only found out about it later. And they're 28mm, all metal, even the bases, which is a surprise. There's not many companies doing all metal bases. I will put the website address in the description. Anyone who wants to check out their stuff, they've got about 12 or 14, I think, figures at the moment, and they might do another Kickstarter in a little bit once this is all sort of sorted itself out. But I recommend these. These are very nice. I'm going to put them together, and I'll put them together and then take some pics. Just got to work out when I'm going to paint them up and can slot them into my schedule. But yeah, very recommended. These are cool. Nice work.